So octopuses are freaking crazy because the genetic code of an octopus makes no sense in the evolution of what they come from. I forget what they're called. Copepods or something like that. It makes no sense. And they're very smart. They're wicked smart. They're so wicked smart that they could even predict the future with like a 70% accuracy. They did these studies with this octopus who was 2 years old and died, but it was able to predict Super Bowls of soccer. That's crazy. And they're get bored and they can play. Plus they got hands where they can build stuff. They build utensils, and they also aren't individuals in a sense that they actually do have like pack rat mentality of groups where there'll be octopus meetings. The octopus will meet with each other to go fight with sharks, and they will even recruit fish to fight the sharks. And if the fish don't partake in it, they slap it with their tentacles to make sure that they will go fight the sharks. That's freaking crazy. And each one of the tentacles, it's its own brain. And they get bored and they know people. So if it doesn't like somebody, it'll like splash some of their ink on them. Or if they don't like what was served to them, they will pick it up when someone's looking at their tank and throw it away. So they're very picky. So these are the Illuminati octopuses. And, you know, I covered the Illuminati dolphins, the Russian agents of the kitty cats, and the owl. And there's a similarity to the Illuminati owl, like the Kappa Minerva, the Minerva cap. That's a symbol of the Illuminati, is the owl. We even see that same owl at Bohemian Grove. The owl can camouflage just like the octopus. The octopus is way more advanced in its camouflage capabilities. It's way more wicked smart. The owl and the octopus and the mantises, they're all these trickster archetypes in a sense where they can camouflage. But the thing with a chameleon and an octopus is that a chameleon, it takes forever for it to change its genetic code, in a sense, to change its skin to blend in. The octopus does it pretty instantaneously. So it's way more advanced. And so the Simpsons show the octopus aliens. We've seen the octopus aliens. And this is the big thing, is that The Economist magazine told us the importance of the octopus aliens. And so did Ian Fleming. 007, James Bond, Ian Fleming wrote Octopussy. That movie is freaking awesome too, that 007. And 007 is the two-ball cane, and it goes all the way back to John Dee. So the occult, secret society, symbolism, it's all quite fascinating. And it's all intertwined with this UFO alien shit. And so this book, I highly recommend it. It's very good. That's where I'm getting all this information from. I freaking studied it. And I underlined it. And I mean, it's way more advanced than my little peon brain can handle. So it took me like 3 months to read and research and review. But it's quite fascinating. And these portals, if there are a lot of them in the ocean, then why wouldn't octopuses go through it? But even man, there's something called a Bogue Scott man, right? And giant skeletons that the Smithsonian are covering up. They don't want you to know about the giants. And the giants are in all the religious stuff too, right? You got all them giants, you know? And yeah, shout out to Ian Fleming. He's the guy who wrote 007. And he talked about spectra, which is the octopus, right? That was the Illuminati controlling both factions of each side and having them fight each other. And that's kind of what be going on. Yes, very interesting. Ian Fleming also knows about this insider information because he moved Martin Bormann, this top national socialist, right? He was on the secret mission to move these top national socialists. So we got Operation Paperclip, where Werner von Braun and all the top NASA, right, rocket scientists came to America to work on that program. But they also went all over the Middle East, Egypt. They were connected to the Palestinian liberation movement as well at that time. And they also went to Brazil. You got the Boys of Brazil about clones and genetically cloning Adolf. So this all ties in together. The time travel, the UFOs, and also eugenics, because eugenics, they got that idea of, breeding, which is quite interesting. Julian Huxley, I believe, was part of the top society of eugenics. But in the news, they got this thing on like the babies. Have you seen this? The fertility that screens embryos to predict height, intelligence. Disease sparks debate with great genes campaign. This is all connected right now. Like the great genes, Sydney Sweeney's wonderful genes, and Kendrick Lamar's bell-bottom jeans, and the freaking Super Bowl being at the Levi Jeans Stadium. It is some sort of ritual with this. These babies have great genes. In the show Pluribus that comes out about the aliens send a message on a new code to put into the humans, right? And they do, and they all change. Well, this is the crazy thing, is that probably happened to us because it makes no sense. So the HAR1 code that you see here, it takes about a frickin', I don't know, like 150 million years for this to change one letter in the sequence. 150 million years. And it changed 18 letters in just 6 million years. Nobody knows how. It seems the only possibility would be that there was some CRISPR-type laboratory that did that to us in the human species. And then you got this code, the ARHGAP11B. This one's crazy because of the duplication factor. And we're only able to know about this because of the new technologies that we have today with CRISPR and all that, where you see these babies having these fantastic genes. What happened with this is that we had this in us, it was removed and then put back into us. That's crazy. That's crazy.